about the postponements and whatnot because of COVID and whatnot. The scheduling has just been kind of out there, kind of crazy. So kudos again to both universities and administrators, athletic directors for scheduling this game and making this happen.
Tyler Stevenson shot off the mark. Tyler Stevenson in 2018, that's when the last time these two teams played, and this is only the second time that they have played basketball. And Tyler Stevenson was a freshman on that team, and he is a star for this team now. There's a good look at the Southern Miss starting five. Stevenson, Pinckney, Harris, Arnold, and Bolden. Your same starting lineup that Jay Ladner used on Sunday against Louisiana Tech. And now 2 trips down the court, Larry, Southern Miss comes up empty.
Yeah, and how big of an opportunity is this for Southeastern Baptist League to come into Reed Green Coliseum to go against these Golden Eagles? You know, they've got nothing to lose tonight. No pressure on them whatsoever. I look for them to play relaxed basketball, but what an opportunity for them to come in and step up and play against Southern Miss.
No, absolutely it is. And, you know, I mentioned just 30 miles separate these two schools. And, you know, it's interesting because a couple high schoolers on Southern Miss's team and a couple high schoolers on Southeastern Baptist team played against each other in high school. So we'll get a chance to play against each other now. A foul called on the floor as Denaje Harris tried to get inside. There's going to be a block called against Jared Naylor. That'll be his first. Neither team yet to hit a field goal here this evening. We're glad you've joined us. Tyler Stevenson in the paint, no good. He's going to make his first trip to the foul line.
So, Lee, you look at the roster from Southeastern Baptist, and they have 11 out of 12 players grew up within 100 miles of the Southern Miss campus. 10 of their 12 players are from the state of Mississippi. So, you know, they've got to be sitting there thinking, well, here's my opportunity to come out and play well tonight and you know, maybe show that, hey, maybe I was overlooked out of high school and didn't get the offers that some of the other kids got. And like I said, they've got nothing to lose and everything to gain by playing this game tonight. So I look forward to them having a good effort.
Tyler Stevenson was able to hit 1 of 2 from the line, and here are the Chargers setting up their offense. Talking to Coach Gino White earlier in the week, talked about this team. One thing he feels like they do well is really sets up the offense, and obviously setting up the offense and trying to get in the paint and score will be a major factor. That was Chanston Woodall who lost it. Here comes Southern Miss on a little bit of a fast break. Inside once again to Tyler Stevenson. Easy money for the big guy.
Big, nice pass there by Denaje Harris as well. Seeing the open look inside to the block for the easy basket. The big men from Southern Miss, watching them throughout the year, Lee, really do a good job of passing the basketball. Inside, outside, inside, offside. They really do a good job, and they, you know, they complement each other well by doing so.
Jacoby York's shot is off the mark. So multiple trips down the court now. Chargers come up empty, but not Tyler Stevenson. Ground, but this is a team that Coach White has put together. It's made up of 7 freshmen and 2 sophomores and 3 juniors. So, Larry, a very, very young team. Very young team,
and a very – I like the timeout there by Gino White. What that says, Lee, there wasn't a lot of strategy discussed in that timeout. I think it was more of, hey, guys, we didn't come in here just to lay down and let these guys run all over us. I expect you to play. I expect you to play hard, and he's rewarded with a basket on the other end. So I love the timeout there by Gino White there, and just saying, hey, we're going to play. So I think he told his young ball club a lot by calling timeout there.
Southeastern Baptist did get a bucket on the goaltend, and Denaje Harris got a bucket as well. He's on the board for the Golden Eagles.
And Southern Miss so far tonight just taking advantage of the height advantage that they have on the court tonight, as well as the hard pressure so far, creating turnovers.
One of the things that Coach White wanted his team to do here tonight as far as keys to victory was making sure they protected the basketball. There's Pinckney. He had a big game on Sunday, 2 more points, but he wanted his team to be able to protect the basketball, and they just given Southern Miss more opportunities than Southern Miss has taken right now.
Right, and you saw another good pass from one big to another big. Again, they really do that well throughout the season, complementing each other, cutting the back. Usually you see the the shooting guards, the point guards making those kind of passes, but the bigs, as you see here, there's another one-handed pass that leads to a layup to Pinckney. They really do a good job of passing the ball amongst themselves.
Chancellor Woodall with the basketball. He's one of those guys that didn't play in the first semester. He's joined the team here for this second semester this year. So he's only played in 3 games and is actually the leading scorer of this Charger team. So look for him to do some great things. He can shoot it outside, a little short there. Here comes Southern Miss, rebound by Mo Arnold.
Good defense again by the Golden Eagles. You can tell they're a little quicker than Southeastern Baptist and a lot taller. And again, just taking advantage of the inside height there as you see the Eagles going up now 11-2.
Tyler Stevenson having a big first half already. Tyler Stevenson able to get in the paint for the Golden Eagles and use his body and his size to make things happen. 11-2 lead here by the Golden Eagles. Southeastern Baptist right down the road in Laurel, Mississippi. An opportunity for both teams to get a game here tonight. And there's a shot by Southeastern Baptist, a good shot made by Jacoby York from Philadelphia, Mississippi.
Very nice shot. Just turned around, took what they had, didn't try to do too much, stuck the little 15-foot jumper. Very nice stroke there by that young man.
Tyler Stevenson, he has 7 points so far here this evening. Mo Arnold's going to set things back up. 11 seconds on the shot clock here for the Golden Eagles. Keep your eye on Tyler Stevenson. He's just 2 points away from the 1,000-point club. Can he get it right here? Tyler Stevenson joined the 1,000-point club here at Southern Miss. Congratulations, young man.
And congratulations to him for doing that. And he's done it the old-fashioned way. Again, Lee, we haven't really mentioned it that much this year. The former walk-on came here as a walk-on, earned his scholarship, and now going from a walk-on at Southern Miss to a member of the 1,000-point club. Congratulations to that young man.
Only 16 other players in Southern Miss history have made 1,000 or more points in their career. Tyler Stevenson here this evening already with 11. Again, showing you why he is one of the top leaders of this Golden Eagle team. And again, Southeastern Baptist just can't get anything going. It's been all Tyler Stevenson so far. Good defensive play.
Southern Miss, I went there as a walk-on, wasn't offered a scholarship, and ended up in the 1,000-point club, as well as throwing in 500 or so rebounds. What an awesome story, and it just goes to show what hard work, determination will do when you just give these young kids a chance.
First chance to see Jerron Pierre as well as Waylon Napper and Tyler Moorman. They all have checked in now for the Golden Eagles. Brennan Singletary in for Southeastern Baptist. And once again, Tyler Stevenson in the lane, just dominating in the lane, using his size to do everything he can possibly do. 13 points for Tyler Stevenson.
And the thing about Stevenson, whether he's practicing, playing, or whatever, anytime he steps out on that court, he only knows one speed. And I've seen him be a handful for a lot of good opponents that have come into this Coliseum and play. He's going to be a handful tonight for the Chargers as well. But a lot of it has to do with talent, but most of it has to do with just sheer effort. He never stops.
5 turnovers for the Chargers have led to a big first half here already for Southern Miss. They started 0-2 shooting since just missed their first field goal attempt out of the last 8. They made 8 straight, just missed their first field goal attempt since starting 0 for 2 to start the game. However, a big lead here already for the Golden Eagles. And Larry, this is a game that's really good for both teams. Obviously, Southern Miss getting an opportunity to play another game. Hopefully they gain some confidence as they really get into the thick of Conference USA play, as well as Southeastern Baptist. Just, a chance to really kind of show and put themselves on national television to really showcase their talent as well.
Yeah, and it is a good opportunity for them. Like you said, every player dressed out tonight, if you ask them to a person, would say, we'd rather play than practice, right? You see the steal, and then the layup off the backboard, leaving it for Pierre there for the jam. And but you see Napper with the steal. And Napper, we haven't talked a lot about him this year in their games, but he is such a key, vital, important part to this Southern Miss basketball team. He has got to get things turned around and get going for him, because he's really the quarterback for this basketball team. You see Stevenson, again, showing his skills inside, outside. He does a little bit of everything. But Napper is going to be a key player as Southern Miss gets back into conference play.
And Napper, the assist off the back of the glass, his 68th assist on the year. Tyler Stevenson just lighting it up. He's shooting 7 for 8 on the game already. 15 points for Tyler Stevenson. Larry, at how much pace can you afford to, keep him in? At some point, do you let him rest this first half, or you just kind of let him go the first half and then give him some rest that second half?
Yeah, great question. And I look to see Jay, Coach Ladner, really start substituting a pretty good bit. And that's another good thing about these games. If you come out and play hard and you get these big leads, it affords them to get some players knock some rust off, if you will, because maybe they haven't had as many minutes in ball games as you would like for them to have. And as you see, another steal this time by Pierre, taking it coast to coast.
4 points, so obviously a big start for Tyler Stevenson. A couple more substitutions now. Jeff Armstrong checks in for Southern Miss out of Rainsville, Alabama. He's a redshirt freshman, 6 foot 175. Seen a lot of different action multiple times throughout the year for Southern Miss. A guy that can really get up and down the court, one that Coach Jay Ladner really likes.
Does a lot of the little things, Lee, that don't always show up in the scoreboard, but I tell you where they do show up, and that's in the eyesight of his coaching staff, because they recognize his effort. They recognize what he brings to the court in the basketball game each and every time. He's another one of those kids that plays hard every single moment that he's on the court.
Landon Show's shot off the mark. Waylon Napper's shot off the mark, but Waylon Napper hustles in, knocks it out of bounds. It'll be off Napper. So back-to-back trips come up empty for both the Chargers and the Golden Eagles.
Lee, if Napper could find that little shot right there, it would bode so well for the Golden Eagles as they go to the rest of the Conference USA play. He does a really good job of handling the basketball. He's one of those that can actually create his own shot, but he's just struggled shooting this year. If he can find that shot, as you see the block on the other end, if he can find his shot, it would really mean a lot to this Golden Eagle basketball team.
Landon Shaw shot off the mark. Looks like he was fouled on the play. And Larry, interesting watching on the far side of the court, the last two trips down the court, first two possessions, Tyler Stevenson wasn't in the game. Both trips down, he's standing up cheering on his teammates. Yeah,
and again, that just tells you a lot about what a nice young man he is, and when he's not in there, I don't look for him to stay out very long. The last thing you want to do is sit out for too long and get stiff and have to go in there and maybe pull a muscle or something. So I look for Ladner to really have a lot of substitution, keeping his guys fresh, keeping them loose, and seeing how this game progresses.
Landon Shouse from Petal missed both free throws there. Here's Pinckney. Pinckney with the opportunity, short off the side of the iron, and rebound. Here comes the Chargers. Landon Shouse bringing the ball up the court for Southeastern Baptist. Wants to get things set up. A little bit of a double team. Sicario Hamilton. There's a three ball. That's a good shot there by Brennan Singletary.
Very nice shot. Squared up, found the open man, squared up, just stepped up and nailed the three for the Chargers.
Armstrong loses it. That was a nice defensive play by Jared Naylor, but Southern Miss able to get it back. Good movement on the ball. Here's Jeff Armstrong. A little strong on the three. Southern Miss on the evening has not hit a three-pointer. However, they're 10 of 17 shooting from the floor. For Southeastern Baptist in the paint, that's Brandon Singletary, freshman from Northwest Rankin High School. He draws the foul.
What I like so far in the Southeastern Baptist team is you see right here, just getting the ball, not being intimidated by the larger Southern Miss basketball team, just taking it to them, trying to draw the foul, even if the shots get blocked, they go right back in there. And I said earlier, what an opportunity this is for Southeastern Baptist to come in here and play in this atmosphere in a place like Reed Green Coliseum. I remember playing in Freedom Hall and places like that, Lee, and just how exciting it was to play in places like that. And I'm not saying this is Freedom Hall, but it's a step up for Southeastern Baptist to come in here and play. And I know each and every one of those kids are excited about being here.
You know, not only just kind of the enormousness of Reed Green Coliseum, but just so much room behind the backboard. Got to think that's going to be, play a factor in Southeastern Baptist shooting as well.
And there's your three by Pierre. That I believe that's the first three-point shot that the Golden Eagles have made tonight. And speaking of things that the Golden Eagles need to do as they get back into conference play and head into the competition that they are expecting to face, is they've got to be able to hit some threes. They've got to be able to hit some outside shots. As you see Tyler Stevenson back in the game, as I guessed a few minutes ago, that he wouldn't stay out too long, just at the risk of sitting over there too long. So back in, you'll see a lot of strategies here tonight. The substitution pattern is going to be a little bit more abundant, let's say, than it normally would be.
Southern Miss just 1 of 5 shooting on their last 5 shots. Good defense there by Landon Showers. A little bit of a pick. Pinckney, there's going to be a stoppage of play. There's a foul called. Like a foul was called on Chanston Woodall for Southeastern Baptist, just getting inside Jerron Pierre. 5 team fouls for Southeastern Baptist, 4 for the Golden Eagles, as Jeff Armstrong's going to check it in. Napper handling things, tries to get inside again. This is one guy that wants to score, and he does. Napper with a nice left-handed layup.
And that's what he can do right there, just take the ball all the way to the basket. If he steps up his play, Southern Miss can play with just about anybody in this conference, and it's going to come down to they're going to have to improve in some areas, and shooting being one of those, but also how Napper as well as Arnold lead this team in that point guard / quarterback position.
Southeastern Baptist has already used 10 different players. The Golden Eagles have used 9 here tonight. On the court for Southern Miss, Waylon Napper, Jerron Pierre, Tyler Stevenson, Jeff Armstrong, and DeAndre Pinckney. For Southeastern Baptist, Landon Showers, Jared Naylor's on the court, Marion Carson, Sicario Hamilton, as well as Chanston Woodall. Those are your 5 for Southeastern Baptist. Again, Chanston Woodall on his 4th game as a Charger, averaging 18 points. So a big-time addition here is a big-time shot. Jerron Pierre has now hit back-to-back threes for Southern Miss.
Yeah, and that's big. And maybe a game like this where he has a few threes go down and seeing them go, who knows what it can do for his confidence the rest of the season shooting that basketball from threes. We've seen him scoring a lot of spurts throughout his career. When he gets hot, he's as good as they come.
There's a turnover and quickly a bad pass up the court. Another turnover for Southeastern Baptist as Jacoby York, the 6'6" junior out of Philadelphia, Mississippi, checks back in. He gives Marion Carson a little bit of a breather.
There again, you see Napper just taking the basket. And Lee, he has the capabilities of doing that night in and night out. Why has he done it? I mean, obviously the competition is a little bit stiffer, but he has all the skills that you need to be a top point guard in this conference. And I look for big things out of him second half of this conference play.
Larry Holmes misses the layup. The second line trying to complete a 3-point play here for Southeastern Baptist.
And what a job Holmes did on that last play, because if I'm not mistaken, I believe he had 2 rebounds of his own shot, kept after it, and ended up getting the basket and the foul to complete the 3-point, and then completed a 3-point play.
Holmes with 3 points. And there's an alley-oop from Mo Arnold to Tyler Stevenson. Stevenson with 17 points. Nice assist there from Mo Arnold.
That was a called play from the timeout, which was set up in the play. You see a 2-point basket there. I believe that was by was it Shows that made that basket. They're calling it a 2-point basket. 30-second timeout. And here's the alley-oop to Tyler Stevenson. Reaches back with the left hand and slams it home. That was a called play of the back screen you see there by Pierre. What a beautiful shot there. Watching that, but what a good screen by Pierre to set that up as Tyler Stevenson goes up and just goes up over everybody, catches it left-handed and slams it down for the basket.
Talked about Southeastern Baptist. It's a height disadvantage against this Southern Miss team. However, they are winning in the rebound category and offensive boards, 5 offensive boards for Southeastern Baptist, no offensive boards for the Golden Eagles. However, Southern Miss with a 22-point lead. Rashad Bolden, he's being guarded by Jared Naylor. Mo Arnold looking inside. Najee Harris uses his athletic ability, gets to the baseline and gets up for a bucket.
And he's better at that than a lot of people realize about putting the basketball on the floor. He doesn't do it very much, but he's very comfortable, very capable of putting the basketball on the floor, not trying to do too much. But that time the baseline opened up. He took it on the baseline. As you see, a nice 3-point shot there by Holmes Jr. Again, that's 6 points for him in the last minute.
Larry Holmes Jr., he's matched on the other end by Rashad Bolden. 3-point basket made by Holmes, 2-point basket made by Rashad Bolden. Again, talking about Larry Holmes, he's a guy that has a season high of 21 points, so he can definitely score and get after it. Larry just said with 6 points so far by Holmes. He does have the basketball, gets in the lane, can't get it to go, drew some contact, but no foul. Offensive rebound once again, the putback by Woodall. Finally, Southern Miss gets it, and here they come crossing midcourt. Denijay Harris all alone, splits a double team. Denijay Harris, a good first half as well. He has 6 points.
Maybe Denijay's been playing the wrong spot, Lee. He looks like a point guard out there, the way he's taking the basketball to the hoop tonight, dribbling. So not surprised. I've seen him do it before. He's just not asked to do that much normally during the season, but tonight, boy, he's really doing a really good job of handling the basketball and just simply taking what's there.
Southern Miss comes into tonight's game shooting 41%. However, here tonight, they are shooting 72%. They had made their previous 8. That was the first miss out of the last 9 shots. However, Landon Shows didn't miss. He's made a couple 3-pointers here tonight. Shows, the young man from Petal, Mississippi, he has 6 points.
And I imagine he has some family here tonight watching them Petal, the crosstown city over there that I'm sure has several people in here in attendance to watch Landon shoot the basketball. And boy, he's put it on the show so far tonight.
Yeah, I said he had 5 points. Again, one of those 3-pointers was counted as a 2, but that one there was indeed a 3. Shows with 5 points. On the line for Southern Miss is Rashad Bolden, 80% free throw shooter from the line. Rashad out of Jackson, Mississippi. Gives it a look, and a nice first shot there by Rashad Bolden. Substitution for Southern Miss. DeAndre Pinckney's checking back in.
Both White and Ladner both have to be pleased with the intensity, the focus for both teams for this game. Again, it was thrown onto the schedule, added there in record-breaking time, if you will. Just wasn't on the schedule. Coach Ladner was trying his best to find another game. It was very, very hard to find a team to come in. Southeastern agreed to come in and play. And again, kudos to both administrations as you see the ball going off or out of bounds here off of Southeastern. But kudos to both universities and administrators for making this happen and giving these guys another opportunity to put on the uniform and play basketball.
Rashad Bolden can't get it to go. 8 out of 9 players for the Golden Eagles have an assist on the afternoon. So very unselfish play for Southern Miss. And talking about unselfish play, a charge drawn on the other end of the court. Great job. Mo Arnold standing in the paint with his feet planted, draws the charge, negates the basket. Southern Miss and Southeastern Baptist. Southern Miss with a 24-point lead here early in this first half. Tyler Stevenson draws some contact. He wanted to try to get contact to get the 3-point opportunity. Couldn't get the ball to go, but Tyler Stevenson will be on the line.
And you see the inbounds pass there from one big to another. That's Denaje Harris again with a beautiful pass, throwing the ball away from the defender where only Stevenson could get his hands on it. Stevenson went up strong and drew the foul, and now it's getting 2 free throws. And I'm not sure how this young lady does what she's doing here on the baseline without injuring herself. But so far tonight, she's done that several times with no injuries.
Tyler Stevenson is 2 of 3 from the line here tonight. He has 18 points. A player that is well thought of here on the campus of Southern Miss. Again, Tyler Stevenson, Larry mentioned earlier, was a walk-on. He's a guy that has gained some good weight, put on some weight, has really improved his game. He's a guy that's been the staple, the backbone for this Southern Miss offense over the last couple of years. And there's a nice job by Larry Holmes, the freshman, making his way, weaving and dodging Golden Eagle players.
Well, when your name is Larry Holmes, you better have some punch to whatever you're doing, right? But what a nice effort he's given tonight for the Chargers. As you see Stevenson with the reverse left-handed basket off the basket. But kudos to Holmes. I mean, he's just come in here and said, look, we're going to play basketball. We're going right at you. And so far tonight, he's been a tough little matchup for the Eagles.
Stevenson coming off a double-double on Sunday against Louisiana Tech. He had 21 points, which was a season high. He has already matched that here in this first half. Southeastern Baptist and Woodall can't get it to go. Rebound here by Stevenson. Dishes it off to Bolden. Bolden picks up pace, sets it back up. Stevenson wanted to pull the three. I'm sure that's not really the range that he has.
Advantage of their size that they have over this Charger basketball team. On the other side, Gino White has to be happy with the effort that his kids have come in here and shown as well. Not backing down, not backing off, but going hard and taking the basketball right to these Golden Eagles. The score doesn't indicate the effort there, but it has been there, and he has to be pleased with the effort that they have given so far tonight.
Denaje Harris couldn't get the free throw to go in. Here comes Larry Holmes to the top. That is Carson. Southern Miss will get it via another turnover by Southeastern Baptist. Turnovers now in this first half already for the Chargers, 15. Larry, a lot of that is tough defense, but some of that has just been inefficiency with the basketball as well.
It is, and it's a little bit different speed of the game when you come up out of conference and go to D1 against this D1 basketball team. So there's a little bit of, as you see, another slam dunk with a beautiful dish from Bolden to Stevenson there for the slam. But it takes a little bit to get used to the pace of the game. It's like when you know, Lee, when you went from high school, you see another steal, this time by Bolden and with the easy basket. And Gino White cannot be happy about those last two trips and the turnovers there. But you know, it's just a step up in play for them, and it's taken them a bit to get used to the speed of play by these Golden Eagles.
Southern Miss, 24 points off turnovers now. Southeastern Baptist, no points off turnovers. Landon Showes throws up a shot. He does draw a foul. Landon Showes on the afternoon, on the evening, he has 5 points. He will go to the line to shoot. There's another good look at Tyler Stevenson and his big 23 points. Just a exclamation on this first half for Stevenson. Showes' first attempt is no good. Landon Showes on the year, almost an 80% free throw shooter. He's 0 for 3 so far on the line. Jerome Pierre, Waylon Napper, Tyler Moorman all have checked back in now for Southern Miss. On the court, Glenn Grover, Amarian Carson, Larry Holmes, Landon Showes, as well as Chanston Woodall for the Chargers. He did hit his second free throw. We're nearing the 2-minute mark here in half number 1 between the Golden Eagles from Southern Miss and the Chargers from Southeastern Baptist. There's a shot missed by Stevenson. He had many of those here this evening.
Showes handling the basketball. He is becoming an offensive weapon. As you see, the big three there by Woodall this time. Again, Southeastern Baptist not backing down, not playing timid at all, just taking it right to the Golden Eagles, trying their best to get back into this ball game.
That was Woodall's first made basket of the evening. Again, this is Tyler Stevenson just continuing to dominate inside that paint. But again, Woodall, he's a guy that, you know, started his college career at Belhaven, transferred here to Southeastern Baptist, did not play in the first semester. So this is only his 4th game back. He's given this team somewhat of a spark in those 4 games, averaging 18 points. There's a shot off the mark, missed by Carson. He's a freshman from Petal High School as well. So 2 different players from Petal High School on this team, and Carson's down on the court nursing a little bit of an injury, maybe retying his shoe, but he will go on the line after that foul.
I think he may have come down just a little bit on the foot there of Moorman. When he went up, he twisted that ankle just a little bit. Hopefully nothing serious. But back to Stevenson, Lee, what a job tonight. You know, he's a handful, let's just say, for Southeastern Baptist College. But Southeastern Baptist College is not the first team that that Stevenson has caused problems for, because we see it night in and night out. First of all, he's got tremendous jumping ability. He's got a nice little mid-range jumper of touch, but the thing that separates him from other people is his effort. And every single time he plays, he gives an effort. I've called him the ever-ready bunny before, because he just never ever stops, and that's the way he's played tonight, regardless of the score. When it was a brand new ball game, nothing announced 53-26. You won't see him playing any differently throughout the basketball game.
Excellent job by O'Mary and Carson staying in the game through pain at the free throw line. He does get a breather now. Jacoby York as well as Sicario Hamilton have checked in. There's Rashad Bolden, a little bit of a double move. Gets a nice layup off the glass. 55 points here for Southern Miss. We're under a minute here in Reed Green. A 3-ball attempt off the mark by Woodall.
And there you see Stevenson again, just from one end of the court to the other. This time taking the point guard position and driving in, dishing off. Ends up with the basketball at the basket, gets the rebound on the other end, the basket on the other end. What more can Stevenson do in a basketball game?
Tyler Moorman, a guy that does not score a ton, is on the board here for the Golden Eagles. He's the Wyoming transfer. He's now played in over 30 games as a Golden Eagle. There's a 3-ball by Jacoby York. Excellent shot there. Waylon Napper just needs to get it across midcourt. Nice move behind his back in the lane. Shot off.
And they just got to protect the basketball. Every opportunity that you have that you turn to score, you turn the ball over. It takes away from your score, and it gives the other opponent. It gives the opponent an opportunity to score.
Sicario Hamilton has it. He's a strong pass that couldn't be handled by Jared Naylor, and it's going to go out of bounds. So just like that, we talked about the turnovers. First possession for Southeastern Baptist, they get a turnover. But it's Southern Miss now. Mo Arnold to Rashad Bolden. He gets it across half court, and he stepped on the sideline. Good defense there by Southeastern Baptist.
Little contact there on the baseline, and I think the officials are setting the tone early here in the second half, saying, "Hey, we're not going to call every little foul. So play hard and let's get this ball game underway," and rightly so.
Southern Miss started the second half just as they started the game. Tyler Stevenson, good defense and the block. Tyler Stevenson on the year averages multiple blocks a game. There's a big block for Tyler Stevenson. See if they can capitalize on some points here. Nice pass to Bolden. Going to set it back up. Mo Arnold setting things up. Dre Pinckney coming off a big 21-point game on Sunday against Louisiana Tech. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Mo Arnold got the lane cleared. Was able to get inside a spin move. Couldn't get his basket to go, but did draw the foul.
Coming off of that 20-point effort that he had the other night, Pinckney, in my mind, possibly his best ball game in a Golden Eagle uniform. Double-double, had over 20 points, over 10 rebounds, just an all-around great effort by him. And again, this Southern Miss Golden Eagle basketball team has a lot of talent out there. And if they can ever get it all going in the same direction and all playing up to their potential, really good things could happen to this basketball team here in the end of January and February.
Mo Arnold's first 2 points come via the free throw. He averages just under 2 points per game. Southeastern Baptist trying not to let this lead get much larger. Obviously, Southern Miss would like to continue to put the pressure on Southeastern Baptist. Mo Arnold, good defense by Mo Arnold. He comes up, he does come up with a steal. Nice job throwing it back to his teammate, Denaje Harris. Harris on the fast break. An assist from Tyler Stevenson to Dre Pinckney with the slam.
And you had one big with the rebound, taking the basketball down the floor, Stevenson, giving the ball to, I believe, Harris, and who then got the assist and the slam dunk to another big. So the three bigs handling the basketball that time for the Golden Eagles.
Good movement by Southeastern Baptist, but couldn't get a shot to go. Harris, you talked about Harris handling the ball earlier. He does a nice job bringing it down the court. DeAndre Pinckney with a big three. Last 5 points for Southern Miss has been DeAndre Pinckney. Again, coming off a game where he had 21 points. Pinckney now another great shot.
Well, and that's what he can do. He can take the ball to the basket and he's got strength to play inside, but has a really good outside shot too. Just has not found that rhythm from the outside range so far this year. Maybe a game like this helps him find that rhythm and to help him reach his potential here, like I said, towards the latter part of the season.
Brandon Singletary checks in. Southern Miss forces just over 11 turnovers a game. However, already this evening, Southeastern Baptist 19 turnovers. Denaje Harris handling it. He does draw the foul. That foul is going to be called on Singletary.
It's the most I've seen Denaje Harris handle the basketball in his career combined. It's just not what he normally does. You know, he normally is a post player, wing player. He catches the ball, looks in, passes, or whatever. Very, very comfortable tonight putting the basketball on the floor. And maybe this would be something you see more of him later on.
Denaje Harris described as one of the more athletic players on this team. He can do a lot of great things. Has typically been more of a defender. Has the ball off the front of the rim, no good by York. But typically a defender. But Larry, you mentioned he can handle the ball, and he's done a great job. Tyler Stevenson, a loose ball foul right there. So maybe just more of a role player that Denaje's fallen into.
Yeah, and play's getting a little sloppy out there now. You see bigs again trying to do quite a little bit more of the basketball probably than they should be asked to do. Point guards taking the basketball down the floor, but again they've had success tonight dribbling the basketball themselves and getting down with the assist and the nice passes. That time a turnover by Stevenson.
Southeastern Baptist sets it back up. They had a nice pick but lost the ball. Great job by Southeastern getting in the lane, but couldn't go. Glenn Grover. Shots made by DeAndre Pinckney. However, Southeastern Baptist starts the second half 0 for 4 shooting. So not the way you want your ball team to start the second half. There's a miss by Dre Pinckney, a long three. Rebound here by Southeastern Baptist. And again, this is a team that Coach White just wants to be more consistent, help to try to find their identity. Plays pretty good defense, wants to be able to set things up offensively, but eliminate the turnovers as we have another turnover there with a traveling call against Jacoby York.
And last trip, they came out in a full court pressure, and you see them again, full court, extending this pressure out, trying to create a few turnovers by the Golden Eagles. This time they did not have any trouble breaking the pressure. Now they're falling back in a 2-3 zone, and see how the Golden Eagles attack this zone.
Tyler Stevenson, the pull-up jumper, no good. One area, obviously, that Coach White wanted to see his team do well was rebound the basketball. And I would say his team has done an outstanding job rebounding the basketball. They've actually out-rebounded the Golden Eagles now. Waylon Napper, he's being guarded there by Holmes. He slows things down, sets it back up, tries to get a pick from his teammate Pinckney. Bolden now with the basketball, back to Napper. Napper's calling for a play, 11 seconds. on the shot clock. Into Pinckney. Pinckney looking inside. Napper from outside. Off the iron, no good. Here comes Southeastern Baptist and Hamilton.
Southern Miss in the first half really focused on getting the ball. You see another unfortunate.
Southern Miss is going to get a little bit of a full court pressure now from Southeastern Baptist as Bolden back to Napper. Looking for long shot. That's Jerron Pierre. JP draws a double team. He gets away. Over to Bolden. Bolden's shot's no good. Tyler Moorman works underneath, and he tries to throw it off of Southeastern Baptist Jacoby York. However, he stepped on the end line.
And Bolden is just, he's in a slump right now, Lee. He's just has not found that stroke that he has, because he is really a really good shooter. And Southern Miss is going to have his shooting capabilities second half of this season, especially with Hardy out for the season. He's going to really have to step up. You see the basket there for the Chargers. But Bolden is going to have to really need to find that stroke for the Eagles.
Larry Holmes now in double digits. Tyler Stevenson now with 27 points. But Larry Holmes, 10 different times this year, he's made double-digit scoring. His season high is 21 points versus Delgado. Larry Holmes with 10 points here this evening. Again, one of the scoring leaders as well as the better defenders for the Southeastern team. As Larry Holmes goes in, the floater is good off the glass. Looked very good and sharp right there.
Yeah, and right on cue. I mean, you could tell the kid's played some basketball in his lifetime, because he's very comfortable out there on the floor and just doing a really good job handling the pressure, handling the basket. I see Moorman with the easy basket underneath, but Holmes Jr. is to me, the leader of this Charger basketball team.
Holmes has the ball now, being guarded by Napper. Singletary over to Hamilton. Hamilton with the shot. The three-point basket is good. Hamilton, first bucket of the evening.
You see the Chargers getting a little bit more comfortable with the pace of play and the defensive pressure by the Golden Eagles. Again, just hitting some shots here in this second half.
32-point advantage to the Golden Eagles. Jerron Pierre wanted a shot. Moorman with the basketball gives it up to Bolden, over to Napper. Quickly back to JP. JP will pull it. Jerron Pierre for three.
Just kind of get on his players a little bit and say, hey, let's pick it up a little bit. And good time out there by White.
Jeff Armstrong's checked back in for Southern Miss. Saw some much needed action earlier in the first half, and back in now. Sees his Golden Eagles with a big lead as he's guarding Landon Shows. Napper guarding Hamilton. Hamilton steps back, gives it up. Looking for some help. That's Singletary. He's on Stevenson, and another turnover. So Singletary couldn't handle the basketball as well as handling Stevenson at the same time. That is turnover number 23 for Southeastern Baptist.
So the Miss turning up the defensive pressure there. You could tell the intensity was turned up a little bit. As you see a blocking foul this time. I think Stevenson was looking for the lob pass, and Pierre came with the curl pass, and he kind of came around. Yeah, Stevenson was going up for the lob, but good chance there. 3-on-1. Not a bad play there by Singletary to draw the foul and not give up the easy basket.
On the line for Southern Miss, Jerron Pierre, the freshman out of New Orleans, has 10 starts this year, does a great job, however, coming off the bench. Earlier this year against William Carey, had a season high of 16 points. Jerron Pierre's first three-pointer free throw is no good. Pierre, as well as Stevenson, the only two for the Golden Eagles here tonight in double digits. Pierre with 13. Stevenson with 27. Make that 14 now for Jerron Pierre. Here comes Larry Holmes setting it up. Hamilton with the basketball being guarded by Napper. Looking for help. Back to Knowles. Holmes, rather. Pierre guarding Holmes. Looking for something on the inside. A step back. A three over Jerron Pierre. Holmes with 15 points.
Holmes not afraid tonight, Lee. Just come into this game and said, hey, I don't care where I am. The basketball, the rim's the same height everywhere else I play. The basketball's the same size. Let's go play. And he's had a really nice ball game tonight for the Chargers.
Landon Show's shot is off the mark. That's one thing Coach White talked about. Landon Show said, hey, when you're in there, take the opportunity to shoot. He told us, he said, Shows, you'll either shoot or you'll sit. So Landon Shows here this evening has 6 points, and he is an outside shooter.
I would have loved to have had
a guy that hasn't typically scored much for Southern Miss. He utilizes his skills in other ways, but here this evening, Moorman with 5 points. Misses the second one, rebound by Grover. Southeastern Baptist finds themselves down by 34 here to Southern Miss.
Moorman, one of those players that has a very, very important role for this Golden Eagle basketball team, and he does a really good job of playing his role, which is playing defense, one of the better defenders on the Golden Eagle basketball team, boxing out, rebounding, applying pressures. You see Napper with the steal and the easy basket on the other end. Another turnover caused that time by the Golden Eagle pressure.
Great pressure defense. Pressure was by Jeff Armstrong. The turnover went to Napper. Turned it into points, and just like that, Southern Miss tries to give it up. Jerome Pierre loses it, but it goes off the hands of Amarian Carson. Southern Miss will get the opportunity to inbound it.
The intensity, Lee, has dropped a little bit for the Golden Eagles. You don't see Pierre very often mishandle dribbling down the court like that with a little pressure. I know Ladner wants to see them finish this game, whether they play 2 more minutes or 5 more minutes or whatever. He wants to see these guys finish up strong, finish with intensity and focus.
That's Dre Pinkney with the shot. Dre Pinkney, 9 points here tonight. Again, can't talk enough about that young man. Dre Pinkney in conference play, averaging over 12.5 points.
Back-to-back ball games for him, Lee, to come out follow up that double-double with another good basketball game. Ladner needs this type of effort from him throughout the season. As you see Pierre Jr. trying with the powerful slam dunk, drew the foul. Here you see him going up, trying to get the dunk, just got a little foul coming off the back of the rim, trying to excite this crowd.
You know, obviously he'll get the chance on the line. Wanted the slam, but he better be glad he got fouled on that rather than just missing the slam. However, JP does have some hops. He's got the first free throw made as well. He's a 75% free throw shooter on the year. 15 points for Jerron Pierre. Second free throw attempt to come. Southern Miss extending their lead. No free throw, no good. Rebound underneath by York.
And that's what I mean right there, Lee. Ladner wants them to get up there, be focused, step up the line, hit those free throws. Are these free throws in a 78-39 basketball game, that important? Yes and no. Yes, they're playing the game and you're working on your game, whatever. No, because you've got the big lead. But later on in the year, when you're in a conference game and you're on the road or you're at home in a close ball game, you want to be able to step up there and hit those free throws. And it just just got to focus and keep the intensity that you had early on in this basketball game.
Keenan Peoples on the line. He's the freshman from West Lauderdale High School, 5'10". He's played in 17. This is the 18th game that he's had the opportunity to play in this year. He hits his first free throw attempt as Tyler Stevenson comes back in. Larry, Tyler is 2 points away from a career high, tying his career high. I would, if I was a betting man, I would think that Stevenson's going to get 1 or 2 more buckets and he'll be done for the night.
Well, if Southern Miss continues to look inside like that, I'm sure he will. So there you go, right on cue, Lee, tying his career high.
29 points. The last time he had 29 points was February of last year against Rice. 29 points for Tyler Stevenson, tying his career high. So on a night where he went over 1,000 points, also ties a career high. There's a big three-pointer made by Jacoby York. York on the day, 5 points for Southeastern Baptist.
Nice stroke there by York, just stepping up from way downtown and just drilling nothing but net there. A big three-pointer for Southeastern Baptist.
Jerron Pierre from the corner. Shots off the mark. Rebound underneath by Glenn Grover. Southeastern Baptist sets it up. That's Keenan Peoples.
Not really sure, Lee, how much longer Ladner will go with these starters out there tonight with 8 minutes and 45 seconds to go in the ball game. Be interesting to see how much longer he goes with these guys with the big lead.
Armstrong couldn't get the three-pointer to go. Dre Pinckney couldn't get the rebound and put back. But Jeff Armstrong does what he does. He hustles to the other end of the court, draws a charge, and just like that, Southern Miss will get the basketball back.
And that's a game that you've almost doubled as you see the slam dunk by Stevenson there. But that just shows you the kind of kid and kind of player Armstrong is. He doesn't care to score. He gives his body up, takes the charge for the team. And Pinckney really finding his stroke in these last 2 ball games. And I can tell you, Lee, if he continues to do that, it will mean that the Golden Eagles are a much better basketball team. So hopefully for those Golden Eagles, Pinckney will continue to find his stroke, and a couple other kids will find theirs. And they've got the talent and the potential to compete with anybody in this league.
3 straight games now, DeAndre Pinckney has gone into double figures. That 3 ball from the corners off the side of the glass, that one is no good. Pinckney, however, 12 points here this evening. There's a 3 ball by Southeastern Baptist, gets a nice roll. That's Jacoby York. York on the day now in double figures. So for Southeastern Baptist, they have 2 different players in double figures, Holmes and York. Jean-Pierre with the alley-oop to Tyler, couldn't go. That would have been a new career high for Tyler Stevenson. On the other end, Landon Schiles hustles for her help this week, getting us information to help bring this broadcast to you. Rosters and stats and all that helps us bring information to you. Now Southern Miss, DeAndre Pinckney over to Denaje Harris. Tyler Stevenson is not in the game. Not sure if he is finished for the evening. Napper, Armstrong, Pinckney, Moorman, and Harris in the game now for Southern Miss. Southeastern Baptist has York, Naylor, Singletary, Schiles, and Glenn Grover in the game right now. Southern Miss, the big lead. Big shot outside, a ball off the mark. No good. Rebound, Denaje Harris.
York feeling it, just let that time even further out than the other 2 that he had made. Almost made another basket, Lee. And, you know, we got to give kudos to Marty Wyndham on our end for all the stats and all the things that he gets for us each and every week. What a job he does helping us bring these broadcasts to the Golden Eagle fans as well. So kudos to Marty and all the work that he does each and every week.
Pinckney, nice underhand layup underneath the reverse layup. 14 points for Dre Pinckney. Harris on the outside. Nice drive, but Harris able to get a piece of the ball and knock it out of bounds. Glenn Grover. 8 seconds remain on the shot clock here for Southeastern Baptist. Second matchup between these 2 schools. The only other meeting was back in 2018. That was the first year that the basketball program was reinstated, and Schiles knew that the shot clock was down. I think he let that one go a little early. But Southern Miss and Southeastern Baptist playing their second time, as you see Denaje Harris get inside. Another 2 for Harris.
And again, he has put the basketball on the floor tonight and driven, which I've yet. It's the first time I've seen him really do that in a basketball game, and he's done it with relatively just ease. You know, it just looks very comfortable. He's listed at 6'6". He looks taller than that. He plays taller than that. It looks like he may be asking for a sub. He grabbed his knee when he made that last play. Maybe kind of tweaked it a little bit. But again, it'll be interesting to see as you see Ladner. I was about to say Harris is coming out of the game. As you see the substitutions starting to come for Southern Miss.
Tate Ryder, the sophomore out of Oak Grove High School, now in for Southern Miss. In for Southeastern Baptist, Brandon Thompson, his first action of the year. Also in Christian Inshetsky out of Scranton, Pennsylvania. We thought we might get the opportunity to see him. He hadn't played since in the middle part of December. And there's a shot No, played high school ball in Chalmette. He made his first basket as a Southern Miss player at Louisiana Tech last week. And Ryder's going to be guarding the top. That's Larry Holmes. Holmes drives off the glass. No good. Rebound Moorman. Here comes Jeff Armstrong as he handles thing here for Southern Miss. Ryder wanted to pull it. Again, this is a team that has some guys that can shoot it out wide. Roberts' pass goes off the mark. Southern Miss will inbound it. Trying to get it to his teammate Alfonso, who was sitting down in the corner waiting on a three-point basket as Alfonso throws it into Ryder.
Ryder not afraid to shoot it. Neither is Roberts. Watch those kids in high school, and they both excellent outside shooters. Again, this is just a good opportunity for them to get some playing time under their belt and get some good experience.
Great job, Trey Alfonso, trying to get something going. Almost had the defensive steal. Southeastern Baptist not going away. Blocking foul is going to be on Jeff Armstrong. He tried to get in and get situated. Larry, such a fine line there around that arc, whether it's a block or a charge.
Yeah, it's not as hard to call as people may think it is, because you're always assuming with all the movement and everything going on, it's hard to be set and draw the charge. You have to really have your position established and be set to draw that charge. You don't have to be completely still. You just have to have had your position established and your defensive position established, and for the offensive player to come through you. And Armstrong does a really good job of drawing those charges. If he doesn't lead the Golden Eagles in drawing charges, I'd be surprised.
Trey Alfonso from the corner, off the mark. Offensive rebound. Ryder and Moorman were fighting over it. Moorman has it, and it's going to be Southern Miss basketball. Again, Alfonso made his first career points as a Golden Eagle last week against Louisiana Tech. Ryder and Moorman doing a great job, and obviously goes off of Christian Ishinsky. As Moorman's going to check it in, there's Ryder over to Armstrong. Inside to Moorman. Tyler Moorman with 7 points. Great slam there.
And another well-designed inbound play there by the Golden Eagles. They have a lot of success off of inbound plays. I know they work on those every day at practice. He stepped up tonight and stepped up his play. I know that Gino White has to be very happy with the play of Larry Holmes Jr.
Southeastern Baptist, again, the full court pressure. Alfonso with the ball across to Ryder. Right, Armstrong back to Roberts. Roberts wants it. Good pass to Armstrong. Alfonso runs the baseline. He loses it. Turnover, Southern Miss. Here come the Chargers. There's Larry Holmes we just talked about. There's York. He can shoot it as well. Roberts with the rebound.
York trying to add another three to his total tonight. Good job there by Roberts, penetrating the basket. Just a little short shot, came up just a little short. Rebound stolen there by Alfonso, and getting his basket.
Trey Alfonso just takes it out of his hands. Excellent job. Alfonso scored in 2 different games this year now. Landon Shows guarded by Roberts. There was a time where they guarded each other in high school. Long rebound, Armstrong. Here comes a fast break. Armstrong over to Roberts. Roberts, a long three off the mark. Moorman tried to help him out with the rebound. Great hustle once again. Trey Alfonso comes up with a steal. The alley-oop doesn't go. Again, guys just having fun, trying to get something going. Love the energy by Trey Alfonso. And Landon Shows 3 off the mark, no good. Here's a look at the schedule for Southern Miss as they approach the weekend. They'll play at Middle Tennessee before they come home to host North Texas and Rice before getting back on the road again for 2 final games. And there's Roberts with a 3.
Blake Roberts with his first 3 of his career, and you saw the bench just so excited for that young man to get in there and get an opportunity tonight and hit nothing but net. He was a really good shooter in high school, and there another steal, this time again by Alfonso with the alley-oop and the putback by Armstrong. there by the Golden Eagles, even with the big lead, 2 minutes to go. What an effort by these guys that are in the basketball game tonight.
This group on the court trying to get to the century mark. There's a shot by Holmes off the mark. Rebound Roberts. Roberts to Armstrong. The fast break. Tate Ryder to Armstrong. There's 100 points for Southern Miss. Excellent job. Excellent teamwork. The assist by Tate Ryder. The put in by Jeff Armstrong. Excellent communication. 150 here. Southern Miss over Southeastern Baptist. Landon Shows from the corner. 3-ball, no good. Rebound, Jeff Armstrong. Armstrong looking for some help. All 12 players now for the Golden Eagles have scored in today's game. Alfonso has it. Back to Moorman. Cross to Armstrong. Ryder, some great movement. Ryder, the pull-up jumper at the free throw line, no good, and it's going to go off the hands of Southeastern Baptist Brandon Thompson. Checking in now for the Chargers.
There you see the big basket, the beautiful three-pointer there by Blake Roberts. I believe that's his first career three-pointer, and look for many more from that young man throughout his career.
Hamilton checked in. Roberts drives, throws it across to Ryder. Ryder, can he make the three? Off the mark. Rebound, Alfonso. No, off Alfonso's hand. Again, these guys have practiced. They've worked hard getting the opportunity to come in and play, and having a lot of fun. As you said, Larry, a while ago, the bench even extremely excited for some of these guys getting some extended action here this evening.
Yeah, they're all part of this ball club, and these young guys getting a chance to get some extended minutes tonight can't do anything but help them as far as their career as a Golden Eagle.
Moorman with the steal, gives it up to Armstrong. And that's going to do it here in Hattiesburg.